Hi, this is Darrell Lonnie with the head men's basketball coach here at Western, Craig Stanger, coming off a win against George Fox, your last exhibition game. So let's review that. What did you think of your team's play, Coach?
Well, we have definitely improved from each exhibition game to the next, which is important this time of year. That's what you want to do. Excited and concerned at the same point with the exhibition. We had a few more consistent minutes out of some players, which is definitely encouraging. But against George Fox, we felt we broke down in quite a few areas, particularly defensively, and so that's an area of concern that we're working on this week.
You talked about offensive rebounds, that they got, if George Fox got too many offensive rebounds in the first half. I know you were concerned about that.
They did. Now, part of that was over 50% of their shots were three-point attempts, and so balls are going to bounce long. But we need to do a better job, and so that's an area of focus for us to make sure we get those offensive rebounds.
Terrence Glenn did some good things in this game, didn't he, Coach?
He did. You know, Terrence is a very agile 6'6" player that can do both inside and outside performance, and he was able to step out and do some things, show us some good promise. He plays the passing lanes well. He provides very good energy for us, and was happy to see him play that well.
Blair Whedon scores 24 in this game. Are you hoping that not necessarily that he scores 24 every game, but that he will be a pretty consistent scorer from the outside?
Yes, and I think he will. Blair obviously got thrown into things last year and played all year as a freshman, significant minutes. And so he's a very experienced sophomore. And he understands the game, plays well, plays with confidence, and his teammates have confidence in him. And so, yes, I expect him to be a consistent guy for us throughout the season.
Coach, you've told me before that being the only Division II program in the state can be something that you can really take advantage of in the future.
Well, definitely. Certainly we have a little bit of an issue because people don't know about us because we are the only Division II. We don't have that built-in rivalry game like an Oregon State might have, or maybe a Willamette-Linfield in Division III. So we don't have someone else to go against that's here local. So we do need to do a better job of promoting ourselves. But Division II is extremely competitive level, and where we run into an advantage is when really good players in the state want to stay close to home. And D1 isn't quite the right fit. We're the next logical choice, and so because of that, we do get a pretty good level of student athlete.
It's a busy weekend, a lot of teams in town. Interesting tournament as such a format. Maybe tell us a little bit about the background of how this came about and how it's gone in the past, the Western Oregon Phoenix Inn tournament that features both men and women's basketball teams.
Yes, we call it a D2 Shootout. It's Division II teams. It's an opportunity for us to bring in teams from across the country so that people around here can see the level of Division II talent. It's also important for us to get Division II home games so that we're not traveling all the time, and we use this tournament as a means for that. We've had teams in this tournament from as far east as Florida and Virginia and as far west as Hawaii. And in fact, this year we have another Hawaii team in Hawaii Hilo that will be in the tournament. And then Notre Dame de Namur, which is out of the San Francisco Bay Area, will also be one of the opponents in the tournament this weekend. So it always brings a nice cross-section of Division II talent from across the country, and it's really good for people to come out and see.
I noticed that with Notre Dame de Namur, who you will play, you will return that game and play later down there in San Francisco. Yes,
in fact, 1 week later we head to a tournament of theirs over Thanksgiving weekend, and we'll be playing 2 Bay Area teams down there, again 2 Division II teams. So we get into it really early and really intense right now against Division II regional opponents.
Craig, what do you know about the teams that are involved in the tournament? Have you been able to scout them at all?
We're learning. It's early. All of us are still kind of figuring out, and there isn't a lot of film available yet for a lot of teams, but I know both the coaches of those programs, and we know a little bit about what's coming. Definitely Notre Dame struggled last year, but they had a very young team. So he has virtually everyone back, and he's solidified things by adding a couple of very solid, very strong junior college post players that will definitely bolster his lineup, and so I expect it to be a very, very tough matchup against them.
Hawaii Hilo.
Hawaii Hilo is definitely athletic. We will have the size advantage, but as you saw from the exhibition game last week, size advantage doesn't mean that much if you're not contesting threes or getting people off the glass. So we've got to do a good job against them of containing them. They'll definitely have some quickness advantages on us, and some guard advantages that we've got to take care of.
This is a good tournament, isn't it? It's a fun tournament. It's good basketball. We want people to get involved and come out and see this.
It really is, and that's something that a lot of people, those that have been here, understand that it's small college basketball, but it's more than that. We're that middle of the road. You know, we're just under D1. Many of the teams that we play, and ourselves included, have Division I transfers. We have Division I talent, but it just doesn't get as much press. So if people want to see some really good college basketball, this is a great place to be.
It's formatted. It's not a true tournament in that winners don't play winners, losers don't play losers. So you know, everybody knows up front who you're going to play each day, right?
That is correct. It is a classic format, predetermined, because the fourth team in the tournament is St. Martin's University, part of our conference, and we arranged so that we don't possibly play each other. That's the only reason for that, and it gives us all the opportunity to play regional opponents without the possibility of playing a conference opponent in additional time.
Do you like the idea, Craig, of playing back-to-back days, seeing how your team will perform the second day less than 24 hours after you played the first game?
It is interesting. It's more like a throwback to the olden days, how we used to do it.
Yeah.
You know, now that our conference games are on a Thursday, Saturday format, that's a little bit different. It is good to see how quick we can rebound and focus and get back into it, but it's just a different way of doing it.
Invite everybody to come out and join us this weekend. Thank you, Coach. We wish your team the best of luck. Head coach, men's head coach here at Western Oregon, Craig Stanger.